I came to the Philippines January 2014, so it's pretty much 9 years. Yeah, getting to 10 years.
Oh my god, 9 years.
I'm practically like Filipina. My dad at first because he had Filipino instructors back in Nigeria. There was some like
Really?
yeah. I wouldn't really
I want
call it
to celebrate
celebrity
today. Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's still your girl Adabike. Please guys, if you are seeing my face for the first time on your screen, please subscribe to my YouTube channel, and if you are a returning subscriber, thanks for being supportive. Your girl is highly grateful. So guys, with me here I have a wonderful guest. So she'll be introducing herself to us.
Hello, my name is Queen Tado, and I'm also Nigerian. I'm from Benue State, Nigeria. I'm T by
My
tribe.
sister.
Yeah.
Though not the same state,
Yeah.
but the same
Different
country.
country,
Yeah. So I have lots of questions to ask her today. So if you're interested, stay tuned. So first and foremost, how did you get to hear about Philippines? Like,
Pretty much from my dad at first because he had Filipino instructors back in Nigeria. There was some like
really?
yeah. He used to have Filipino teachers back in Nigeria, so he would sometimes mention Philippines. And when I wanted to study, I decided to do a little bit of research online about Philippines. So yeah, pretty much through research, online research. That's it.
Really, Filipinos are everywhere.
Yeah.
They're everywhere. Okay, that's good. That's a good one. That's a good one. Okay, so when did you come to Philippines? Like, what year? How many years have you been?
I came to the Philippines January 2014, so it's pretty much 9 years. Yeah, getting to 10 years.
Oh my god, 9 years.
I'm practically like Filipina right now.
You are seriously a Filipino. Oh my god, that's a lot. Like,
Yeah.
for me, I don't know what I will be doing here for like 9 years. That's a lot.
Yeah. Yeah, there's a lot to do.
9 years.
Yes.
Going to 10 years.
Yes. There's a lot to do, trust me. I've been doing a lot. I've been busy, so.
Really?
Yes. True.
Okay, so what was your first impression when you first arrived there in Philippines? That was 9 years ago, right?
Yes, 9 years ago. Well, I didn't really have like a huge culture shock because I had heard about Philippines a lot. I've researched about Philippines already, but I didn't have like those high expectations or like
Yeah.
low expectations. I already knew what to expect. Yeah, so it was pretty much a good experience or a good first impression because I I think it's because I met the right people.
Yeah.
Yeah, when I first came, I met like the nicest set of Filipinos. Yeah, so they took me to the best places. I had fun. I think my first months of first years in the Philippines were more fun than now. So it was a good experience for me. I don't know about others, but for me at first I had like a really awesome, experience coming to the
Yeah,
Philippines.
same here with me. Filipinos are normally they are nice. Most of
Yeah.
them they are nice. Yeah. So I had this same feeling when I got to Philippines. So
Yeah.
basically Filipinos they are very nice. So okay, so can you tell us what are your challenges so far here in Philippines? Like for you to be in this country for over 9 years, like going to 10 years, or let me just say 10 years. That means you might have faced a lot of challenges. So can you tell us some of the challenges you've been facing for like 10 years now?
Yeah, like we mentioned earlier, Philippines is a nice place, but every place has its own pros and cons, and some of the challenges I had was adjusting from our life back in Nigeria to life in the
Yeah.
Philippines. Filipinos are more like laid back, they don't have the sense of urgency most of the
Yeah.
time, but we in Nigeria hustle, hustle. All the time. So I always felt like, these people are not. At first, I was like, is it on seriousness or nonchalancy?
No.
I don't like. That was the first idea.
Their own things are always cool and calm, but own is like gara
Gara
gara.
gara, yeah. So at first, I was like, maybe it's nonchalancy, but getting to know them a lot more,
Yeah.
I knew that it was a challenge adjusting to their style
You
of,
felt a bit relieved. Sure.
yeah, it was more related. At first, I was even feeling like, am I becoming unserious,
No.
but it just brought me back to like
Yeah.
this laid back kind of lifestyle, which is good.
Yeah.
Which is good. It was a challenge at first, but now I'm
Yeah,
cool with
okay.
it. And then the second challenge was the language. Yeah, even though they speak English, even though you would online you would see like English is the second language or it's
Yeah.
an official language, they do know how. Most of them do know how to speak English, but they do not like to speak
They
English.
still prefer to use their language.
Yeah, they still prefer to speak Tagalog. And coming here, I didn't understand Tagalog. I knew nothing about Tagalog, so
Yeah.
it was a huge challenge, especially in the learning environment whereby you really want to absorb the information given to you,
Yeah.
but then there's this swap from English all of a sudden to Tagalog, and then you have to like all the time raise up your hand. It's like, oh, I can't understand, and then some would ignore, but some would, adjust. But I always have this feeling like I lost some information that I could have gotten
Yeah.
right from the start. Because no matter how you explain back to me again, I think you would leave out some things, right?
Exactly.
So
Yeah.
the language was another challenge.
So far, can you speak Tagalog right now? Like, can you speak Tagalog?
I wouldn't say I'm fluent. I understand the language a lot more than I can speak.
You
Yeah,
don't understand
yeah,
it?
I do.
For me, I understand. I can speak just the basic, like voila. Okay. Sometimes when I go to the market, or if I'm talking to some of them, they say, "Can you speak Tagalog?" Like say voila. They say, "Wow, we can see what's it just the basic."
I
For
can speak
me,
the basics. I can really
yeah,
speak the
the
basics,
basic.
but I feel like I have a little bit of grammatical errors when I try to speak like
Yes,
a
yeah,
long sentence. So I pretty much just do Taglish, and then but I can understand
yeah.
Filipino a little bit.
Okay, there is this Tagalog I can speak, but I can't really remember like the translation in English. Enoch Tagalog mo. I mean, I don't know.
Anong
I
pangalan
know
It's pretty much what's your name.
I know Tagalog mo. Hey, yes.
What's your
Akosi
name?
Adugo. Yeah, I understand just the basic, but then speaking, no, 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 no.
Yeah.
So, what's the course? Like, what course are you studying here in Philippines? For you to be like 9 years, you should be like doing a wonderful course. So, can you tell us which course are you studying here in Philippines?
Yeah, like I said earlier, I've been busy. I've studied different programs. I've studied different programs, although they're all under aviation. So I came in 2014 and I enrolled for Bachelor of Science in Aeronautical Engineering, which
Yeah.
is pretty much a 5 years course, and that took me 5 years. And immediately after I graduated, then the pandemic. So there was a little
Yeah.
bit of a pause.
COVID-19.
Yeah, there was a little bit of a pause, but during that time, I had my internship and then I went back to school again. I took up a master's in engineering management. And then with my master's ongoing, I also went into my flying, studies. So I'm pretty much starting to be a pilot right now. So you
Oh
see
my
how I've
God.
been busy. I'm a student pilot right now. So it's been a
Congratulations.
busy.
Like,
Thank you.
it's really a good thing. For me, I was thinking like Philippines, like foreigners coming to Philippines, especially Nigerians, is all about to study nursing. I think it that like people that are coming to this country to study any other course, like they're wasting their time. For me, that's what I feel like. Yeah. So I don't know. Your course is quite like it's on the high side. Like I've not really seen any females studying this aviation stuff. So can you like tell us, are there other foreign students doing this course with you here in Philippines?
Yes, there's so many foreign students. As a matter of fact, there are we have like a diverse, environment in my course. We have Koreans, we have Mexicans, we have Chinese, we have different. I have had a Thai classmate. I have had a classmate from what's this country somewhere. I have Tanzania. I've had Tanzania. I've had a U.S. classmate. I've had like there's a variety.
What about Nigerians? Like we Nigerians, or are you the only Nigerian?
In my current school years, I'm the only Nigerian, but I've had Nigerian classmates in
In
way
other
back in
schools?
other schools where I studied aeronautical engineering. I had actually had one classmate who's also from Benue State. He's a guy though. Yeah.
Okay, sorry to ask. This is your phonetics. Like, did you? Is it inbuilt? Like, did you come with it from Nigeria, or you were taught here? I don't know.
Well, I would say I had a really good command of English even way back in Nigeria
Yeah.
because of I went to a very strict boarding school where they were very much strict about speaking strictly English and
English.
French, and I
Yeah.
also know a little bit of French because of
French.
that. Yeah. So, but I think the way I speak or with the speed at which I speak right now improved because aviation or being a pilot, one of the requirements you have to be really, really good in English.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's English is the aviation language. You know, every even my Korean classmates, my Chinese classmates, they have to learn how to speak English
Of
first.
course. Yeah.
Yeah, so it kind of improved my way of speaking English because they're very strict. They teach us how to speak. We also have aviation English.
Yeah.
So the other ways in which I pronounce words in English and stuff like that. So I pretty much learned most of it here as well. And of course, being good at English in Nigeria already. So.
That's very, very interesting.
Yeah.
Like, it's very interesting. Okay, so can you tell us, like, I know this aviation school, yeah, you might have experienced a lot of challenges in this
Yeah.
school. So can you tell us a little bit of the challenges you might have experienced so far?
Like you mentioned earlier, aviation, especially aerospace engineering and piloting,
Yeah.
is pretty much a male-dominated field. So I've had classes whereby I was the only girl in the class, or maybe like two to three girls only. Yeah. So that was one of a huge
Challenge.
challenge for me. You know, being around men all the time, and then you have to constantly prove yourself because this is the look or this is it was like
Yeah.
oh really you get like you're a girl, what are you doing here, you know? So that is a challenge for the fact that you as a girl being in a space where it's been
Obviously.
regarded as for men, you have to always prove that I
I
belong
can do
here, I can
this.
do
I
this.
can do this.
You know, so you have to
Yeah.
work twice
That's
as
the skill.
hard.
I can do this.
You have to work twice as hard all the
Yeah.
time. You know, you have to sit up. It's one of the challenges I've faced, and being an earth engineer was just a field where I have to work on complex machines, complex systems. On its own is a challenge. Like you have to pretty much say goodbye to your social life. You know, you have to focus more on studies. You have to be serious about it because we have a different grading system than other students. So we have a higher grading system, even compared to other students in the Philippines. We have a
Yeah.
higher grading system, of which if you go below that, you're already on academic probation. So you have to sit up all the time. We started as a class of over 200 plus. We graduated with just like 40 something there about. Yeah. So people drop out because of how difficult it is. Some people like I can't do this anymore, and then the longevity of the course is like it's too long, stuff like that. And then with aviation, it's not just the classroom. Even when you're out, even as a pilot or as an engineer, you always have to go back to study. You always have programs or short-term programs that you have to go back to study. As the technology advances, you have to keep up. So it's pretty much a field where you have to study almost all your career life.
So I was thinking, like, this nursing I'm doing, like is just the course that is time demanding. So I don't know there are other courses that
Yeah, I'm going to nursing, so
I'm
you know
into
how it is.
I'm
You have
into
to sit
nursing. So
up.
I was thinking it's only my course that is time demanding. I don't know that there are also other courses that are even more time demanding than my course. So okay, so how did you get to hear about this course? Like, why were you inspired to do it, or were you forced to do it?
I wasn't forced. My dad is a medical doctor, so everyone in my family, thought that's where everyone wanted what everyone wanted me to do. That's the
Yeah.
field where everybody thought I would end up. But I have my mom's uncle is an aeronautical engineer, and the younger brother to that one, which is also my mom's uncle, is a pilot. So I already had this orientation right from the start. I knew about the course. I knew about airplanes. I had uncles that I would talk to about airplanes. However, no one even had an idea that
Yeah,
I
that you're
would
going to
I
do
would
this.
do it.
Yeah.
And I have a bachelor's degree in computer science, which I studied in
In
Nigeria.
Nigeria.
Yeah, so no one saw me going in that
This year,
direction.
yeah.
Yeah, but I started talking more and more with my uncle, and I started doing a lot of research, and I discovered that very little number of Nigerians actually go into aviation compared to other like mechanical, medicine, and stuff like that. So I started picking up interest and curiosity. It's like, okay, this is interesting. How can big things fly without falling? It just drew me closer and closer into it, and I decided to pick it up. It's like, okay, I'm going to do this.
I can do
I
this.
can
That's the
do this,
spirit.
yeah. So I just picked it up, and here I am today.
Wow, congratulations! I must say, like,
Thank you. Thank you so
it's
much.
really wonderful.
It is.
You're like one of the few women in this world that are doing something exceptional from others. So I must say, congratulations.
Thank you. Oh, I forgot to mention to you, I'm actually the first female aeronautics engineer from Benue State. Yeah.
Oh my god!
Yeah. So
Congratulations!
I'm glad I took it up. At this.
Your
Now
parents
I
must be
have
so proud
something
of
to
you.
boast about. Yeah, they are.
Good.
Yeah. Yeah.
Congratulations, my
Thank
dear.
you,
I'm so
dear.
happy for you.
Thank you.
So happy.
Thank you so much.
Okay, there's this your video I watched the other time that I don't know the company or something that was interviewing you.
Oh yeah, I've had a few interviews with TV stations in Nigeria. Yeah, I've had not a few, actually a lot, because when I graduated, it
So like
went
this,
viral.
like
Yeah.
this, now you're a celebrity.
Ah,
Wow,
I wouldn't really call it celebrity
today. Okay, so far so good. Can you ride an airplane?
Yeah.
Wow.
Yeah.
Okay, guys, this brings us to another section, and but this have to be a different video on its own. So, if you're still interested on this, please subscribe to my YouTube channel and then watch the next video. So, I really appreciate for your time
Thank you.
for you doing this with me.
Thank you.
I really appreciate it.
Thank you.
Thank
so
you.
much. It's an honor.
Yeah, thank you.
Thank
Okay,
you.
so guys, if you watched this point, please subscribe to my YouTube channel. Let me know your comments. Let me know your thoughts about this. Share for people to see. There are a lot of people out there, especially female people, that are looking for this opportunity. So you sharing this video, you are giving them the chance. So subscribe, hit the subscribe button, and
Yes.
then turn on your post notification bell to be notified whenever I post videos. And please share
Yeah.
to reach other people.
Yeah.
Like, and then let's know your thoughts about this video.
You should
So-
also tell them to follow you on Facebook.
Yes, follow me on Facebook at Adabeke. Yeah,
Yeah.
Adabeke. You'll be seeing more of this. So guys, thank you guys. Bye.
Bye.